Hello! Today we're going to review the fundamental rules to obtain your commercial driver's license in Illinois. While Illinois follows federal CDL standards, it also includes important enforcement rules, especially around weight limits, weather restrictions, and safety compliance, so let's get you ready to pass that exam with confidence. Here are the key questions for the Illinois CDL General Knowledge Exam. What agency issues CDL licenses in Illinois? The Illinois Secretary of State. This office oversees all CDL testing, licensing, and record-keeping in the state. It is your primary authority for anything CDL related in Illinois. Let's continue. What is the minimum age for interstate CDL driving in Illinois? 21 years old. Federal law requires drivers to be 21 to cross state lines. This ensures full qualification for interstate commerce. Next question. What is the minimum age for intrastate CDL driving in Illinois? 18 years old. At 18, you may drive commercially within Illinois only. You must wait until 21 for interstate operations. Let's move on. What combination weight requires a Class A CDL in Illinois? Combination vehicles over 26,000 pounds where the towed unit exceeds 10,000 pounds. This applies to tractor-trailers and heavy combinations. Both total weight and trailer weight determine this class. Continuing. What vehicles require a Class B CDL in Illinois? Single vehicles over 26,000 pounds or towing a unit not exceeding 10,000 pounds. These include straight trucks and large buses. The smaller trailer size keeps it within Class B. Next point. What vehicles require a Class C CDL in Illinois? Vehicles under 26,001 pounds carrying hazmat or 16-plus passengers including the driver. Risk level, not just weight, determines this classification. Passenger count and hazardous materials trigger CDL requirements. Let's continue. How long is an Illinois CLP valid? 180 days, renewable once for another 180 days. This gives you up to 1 year to complete testing. Use this time to build real driving skill. Next question. What supervision is required with an Illinois CLP? A CDL holder with proper class and endorsements must sit in the front passenger seat. They must be qualified for the exact vehicle. Supervision ensures safe training conditions. Continuing. What vision standard is required for an Illinois CDL? 20/40ths in each eye with or without correction and at least 70 degrees peripheral vision. Drivers must detect hazards both ahead and to the sides. Peripheral vision is critical for large vehicles. Next point. How often must an Illinois CDL holder renew their medical certificate? Every 2 years unless more frequent review is required. Medical fitness is continuously monitored. Expired certificates immediately affect CDL status. Let's move on. What blood pressure level qualifies for a full 2-year certificate? 140/90 or below. Higher levels increase risk of sudden medical events. Maintaining this range ensures full certification. Next question. What happens if the medical certificate expires? The CDL is downgraded until a valid certificate is provided. You cannot legally operate a CMV without it. Medical compliance is mandatory. Continuing. What condition disqualifies a driver from a medical certificate? Uncontrolled epilepsy and insulin-dependent diabetes in most cases. These conditions may cause sudden incapacitation. Safety standards require consistent control. Next point. What is the minimum tread depth on front steering tires? 4/32 of an inch. Steering tires control direction and stability. They require stricter standards. Let's continue. What is the minimum tread depth on all other tires? 2/32 of an inch. Other tires still require safe traction. Worn tires increase stopping distance. Next question. What is the maximum single axle weight in Illinois? 20,000 pounds. This protects road infrastructure and equipment. Overloading increases risk of failure. Continuing. What is the maximum tandem axle weight? 34,000 pounds. Tandem axles distribute weight but still have limits. Axle compliance is strictly enforced. Next point. What is the maximum gross vehicle weight without a permit? 80,000 pounds. This is the federal interstate standard. Anything above requires permits. Let's move on. What Illinois rule applies to oversize or overweight loads? They require an Illinois permit with route and travel restrictions. Oversized loads must be carefully controlled. Planning is required before movement. Next question. What Illinois restriction applies during severe weather? Authorities may restrict or prohibit CMV travel. High winds, snow, and ice create extreme danger. Always check conditions before driving. Continuing. What are the 3 parts of total stopping distance? perception, reaction, and braking distance. Each adds to total stopping distance. Understanding them improves anticipation. Next point, at 55 miles per hour, how far does a loaded truck travel before stopping? About 390 feet. Distance increases with weight and conditions. Always allow extra space. Let's continue. What is the reaction distance at 55 miles per hour? About 60 feet. This occurs before braking begins. Awareness reduces risk. Next question. What following distance applies under normal conditions? 1 second per 10 feet plus 1 second over 40 miles per hour. Longer vehicles need more stopping space. This rule adjusts for speed and size. Continuing. What change is needed in bad weather? Double following distance. Reduced traction requires more space. Adjust early. Next point. What speed reduction is recommended on wet roads? Reduce by 1/3. Wet pavement reduces traction. Lower speed improves control. Let's move on. What speed reduction applies on packed snow? Reduce by 1/2. Snow significantly reduces grip. Half speed improves safety. Next question. What speed reduction is needed on ice? Reduce by 2/3 or more. Ice provides minimal traction. Extreme caution is required. Continuing. What is hydroplaning and how should you respond? Loss of tire contact due to water. Ease off accelerator. Braking can worsen loss of control. Smooth inputs restore traction. Next point. What causes brake fade and how is it prevented? Overheated brakes from continuous use, prevented by low gear and controlled braking. Heat reduces braking power. Prevention is critical. Let's continue. What technique prevents brake fade on downgrades? Low gear and controlled braking intervals. This prevents overheating. Never rely only on brakes. Next question. What gear should be selected before a steep downgrade? Same gear needed to climb the grade. This maintains safe speed. Select early. Continuing. What is an escape ramp and when is it used? A ramp to stop runaway vehicles. Used immediately if control is lost. It is a life-saving feature. Next point. What is off-tracking? Rear wheels follow a shorter path than front wheels. This occurs in all turns. Drivers must compensate. Let's move on. What is the danger in a right turn? Rear wheels may strike curbs or objects. The trailer cuts inside. Allow extra space. Next question. What is jackknifing and what causes it? Trailer folding due to locked wheels. Usually caused by hard braking. It is extremely dangerous. Continuing. How is jackknifing prevented? Smooth braking and avoiding sudden inputs. Maintain traction at all times. Control is key. Next point. What is trailer sway and how is it corrected? Side-to-side movement corrected by easing off the accelerator. Reducing speed stabilizes the trailer. Never accelerate. Let's continue. What is the tug test? Pulling gently to confirm coupling. Ensures trailer is secure. Always test before moving. Next question. What is the correct coupling sequence? Position, align, connect, raise gear, test, inspect. Each step ensures safety. Skipping steps risks failure. Continuing. What is the correct uncoupling order? Lower gear, apply brakes, disconnect, chock, extract. Prevents trailer movement. Order is critical. Next point. What are glad hands? Connectors for airlines. They link tractor and trailer brakes. Both lines are essential. Let's move on. What happens if the emergency airline disconnects? Trailer brakes apply automatically. This prevents runaway trailers. It's a safety system. Next question. What is the trailer hand valve used for? Testing only. Using it while driving can cause jackknife. Not for normal braking. Continuing. What is the normal air pressure range? 100 to 125 psi. This ensures proper brake function. Monitor constantly. Next point. At what pressure does low air warning activate? 60 psi. This is a critical warning. Stop immediately. Let's continue. What is the air loss rate with brakes released? No more than 3 psi per minute. Higher loss indicates leaks. Fix before driving. Next question. What is the air loss rate with brakes applied? No more than 6 psi per minute. Combination systems allow slightly more loss. Still must be within limits. Continuing. What are spring brakes? Brakes that apply automatically when air pressure drops. They serve as emergency and parking brakes. They activate during failure. Next point. What brake check is done during pre-trip? Build air, test warning at 60 psi, verify parking brake, inspect components. This ensures the entire system works properly.